Black
That's how I started the
Pagel
PWO
Jr. There's a
podcast.
couple
Sounded
different
like
names.
shit.
The baseball
But,
podcast. Here we are.
That's right, man. Another week in baseball.
Got Luke, Nick, Caleb here. Probably not going to talk too much.
Nope.
Chase is doing some important things over in the background here.
That's right. But first
plug it. We got PSO Sports 1 on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Pointless Sports Opinions on everything else. So Facebook, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts.
Shout out to the people that just won the giveaway.
Yeah.
Who won?
Colby
Sandlin.
Yeah.
Small Town Jedi.
Small Town Jedi and
Chad.
Good old Chad, man.
So we're pretty all disappointed about him winning.
No.
It's fine.
Listen, congratulations to Chad.
True.
All right.
He's a winner and all.
Thanks, man.
Big thing to talk about. This is the whole lead off. This is why we're here. Bryce Harper has finally effing signed. Can you believe that, Luke?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course you like it. Thanks for that
like it,
feedback
man.
for that one.
I like
He
it.
signed for a 13-year deal, crazy long deal for $330 million. So Philadelphia Phillies got their guy. They have brought that star to Philly that they've been looking for. That guy, that Ryan Howard type of guy, that Roy Halladay, that special talent that will bring hopefully Philly fans back to watch them. Hopefully bring
World
the Phillies,
Series or what?
Hopefully bringing the Phillies back to a title or two. In his interview, he said Harper said he wants to bring a title to DC.
Yeah, saw that.
That's a clown question, bro. I'll tell you
He's
that.
also said Philly's the greatest city in the world.
Well, of course. If they're giving me $330 million to play somewhere, I'll say anywhere is the greatest city in the
Does
world.
he have any affiliation to Philly before this?
I don't think so.
So they're just the best.
I can make one up.
They're just the best.
Him and Mike Trout came up together, and Mike Trout loves Philly.
He's already talked about him too.
Yeah, hopefully. I would love to see Trout go to the Phillies and him and Bryce Harper team up. Because, 8 years ago, when they were the highly touted prospects they were, well, like 6 years ago, I would have loved to see those guys together.
I like that.
Their careers are so they're not really parallels, but they're always going to be compared to each other because both of those dudes came up at the same time and were the talk of the baseball town. And Bryce Harper has not met up to his expectations, I believe, but Mike Trout, is Mickey Mantle reincarnated. So what are you thinking about this Harper to Philly deal? What does that do for the Phillies, Luke? Do you have any thoughts about that?
No, I think it's good, man. I like the no opt-out just because he wants to play there.
That's what I heard what he said, but I also heard that the Phillies, they were talking about opt-outs, but maybe Harper is just wanting to stay in one place for a long amount of time, build his brand, make people come to him and build a giant super team around him.
Exactly.
They already have a hell of a team.
I like this year's team, too.
Yeah, I think this team, like we said in our NL East breakdown, if the Phillies get Harper, man, they're World Series contenders. We both picked the Phillies to win
They got
the East.
money for a Keuchel?
I heard they have money for a Keuchel or Kimbrel on a short-term deal. So they really can't spend probably more than $40 million for one of those guys.
Yeah.
So you're going to give one of those guys like a 2-year, $40 million deal. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a GM. Just spitballing here. But that was pretty amazing. That was another big money deal that happened was Nolan Arenado signed an 8-year, $260 million extension to stay in Colorado. That man was going to become a free agent at the end of the season. I guess he saw the free agent waters, and he's like, nah, if I can get money right here, right now, I'm comfortable. I slug it here. I pick it here. I love Coors Field, and I love Colorado.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's there.
I'm surprised it didn't push Harper's money up to $350.
Yeah,
or
I can
higher.
definitely.
After that,
Because
it's Machado money.
it is kind of Machado money because Harper's making I know it's got a big old signing bonus, and he's making an average flat line of 24, 26 mil a year throughout the whole 13-year deal, which Phillies probably really like that because a $25 million hit to their salary every year, that's nothing. That's jump change nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a player. That's Chris Davis money right there. Orioles Chris Davis, not Athletics Chris Davis. So that guy's going to get paid too. Just saying. So Bryce Harper's going to wear number 3. I'm going to get me a Philly Bryce Harper jersey.
I like that.
Because
Because of the Roy Halladay.
his number 34.
It's like the highest grossing jersey of all time.
Already?
In sport. Yeah.
Oh, man.
After the first.
Jumping on that Philly bandwagon. I would too, man. I'm jumping on it. I'm holding on for dear life. Because, who doesn't like Bryce Harper on their team, man?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's wearing number 3 because 34 is Doc Holliday's number. They're going to retire that for the Phillies.
Yep.
And Bryce, said that. So that's pretty cool. And the Dodgers were in on Harper until the very end, but they were going for a 4-year, $40 million a year deal.
It would have been the highest AAV.
Yeah, crazy, which, if I'm Harper, I'd rather get my whole career locked up instead of getting back in the free agent market when I'm 30.
Yeah.
And the Giants made a big play. I think they were around the same years as the Phillies, but like $20 million short. I don't think I'd want to play for the Dodgers or the Giants either, just because they're losing Bochy.
Yeah, that's the reason why I wouldn't either.
They're also just declining. Bumgarner's going to be gone at the end of this year, I think. They might trade him.
Team's
if they're
going
really
down,
bad.
too.
Yeah, the team's been bad for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That awesome dynasty we saw win 3 World Series in 5 years is pretty much done for. You just got the skeletal remains of Bochy and
Crawford, Posey,
and Bumgarner.
Yeah.
That pitching staff is gone, so that would have been good for the Giants, but you got to have something to really woo
Build
those
around.
free agents. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that Arenado extension too?
I like it. Like I said, it just literally, it should have bumped Harper up more, I think. Like his money wise up. But I mean, 330 is still good.
330's
Don't get it wrong.
monster
but
contract.
Yeah. I think he should have got more after Arenado.
Yeah, I agree. I think that could have bumped up the money value, definitely. But I think Arenado's a genius for staying there. Like I said, he loves it there. If you are that good of a hitter in Coors Field, I say stay there.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
it makes people's careers. It makes people better players, and I understand that that's a knock on guys, but you got to play to a ballpark's capabilities. I love that about baseball. Every stadium is different. I mean, every basketball stadium or arena is the same. Every hockey arena is the same. I think that's one of the truly coolest things about a baseball is the dynamics of every different park that you go to.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what else? One more extension we're talking about. Cardinals get Miles Michaelis for 4 more years after.
You like that?
Yeah, I guess I do. But we'll go into this, I guess, in depth. So, he's signed this year for that 2-year deal he signed last year. And so, say he has another great year like he did last year. Mm-hmm. There's no way you're getting him for $17 million a year.
Yeah.
People are going to snatch him up, give him a 2 to 4 year contract for $20-25 million a year, especially if he's got a 3 ERA and wins 15 games and has 200 innings. And I guess I do like it because $17 million is not crazy. The Cardinals can take a big cap hit. And also, Miles Michaelis has very limited usage on his arm. He's only got like 1,000 innings, if that, in like the minors and majors combined. And he had
What was he doing before Japan?
in the minors, just with the Rangers and the Padres, and he was kind of toiling there. So he's got limited mileage on that arm, so he should have 5 more good seasons left in him because he doesn't throw fast. He's a guy who just spots the ball. He doesn't strike a bunch of guys out, but he just plays the contact, throws, strikes, doesn't walk guys, and just gets those ground ball outs. He challenges hitters. So I think it's a good deal for the Cardinals and for Miles Michaelis. Get paid, dude. Good job.
I think so too.
Maybe people should really look at Michaelis and see what he did with his career. Maybe that's a career path that some younger guys will do, or some guys who are have all the talent but they just can't figure out. Go to Japan, go to Korea.
After last year, he deserves it.
Yeah, definitely. Go to those Asian baseball markets and play there. Get better. Learn your mechanics, and come back to the majors and get paid. Obviously, so that's pretty good. So a question I have with talking about these 2 extensions and just how we've seen this free agent market play out the last 2 years. What do you think that market is going to do to players in their final year? So, Arenado was in his final year and he got that extension. What do you think players in the future are going to be thinking? You think they're going to be like, you know what? I don't like how the market is. If I get a good enough extension, I'm going to stay somewhere where I like, where I know I'm successful, where I know that I'm comfortable. Do you think more players are going to think like that, or do you think they're going to be like, you know what? I think I can get more money. I don't mind having
free agency.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Do it.
Yeah, they don't mind going into. They want to see how much money they can get.
I think it's just more up to the player, honestly, if they like playing where they're at, or if they want free agency and walk.
I think it's how the market has shaped the past 2 years.
I think it's gonna crash too.
I think you're right.
Bad.
It's bad, but I don't know if it's necessarily gonna crash. I think it's gonna strike.
Yeah,
That's what it's gonna be. But I think for the next couple of years, you're gonna see players avoid free agency and just take that guaranteed money they can get from their
team,
their extensions. And I think it's the safer bet, especially if you got a family there, like Miles Michaelis did, or if you know that success you've had there, like Arenado. Like you saw, Luis Severino for the Yankees did it too. This year, he got a 4-year, $40 million extension. A couple other players have. I'm blanking. I didn't do my best research on this subject. I was just going to see how you and I could bounce this off each other and we'd spitball. But
Do we have a division today?
Yeah,
we do have a division. Okay,
I think we're about to get into
we'll
it.
get there. I got a couple more notes here. So we'll see how free agency goes on in the future. I'm thinking players who have opt-ins will probably stay in their contracts
Yeah.
instead of opting out. But I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. So good injury news, not good injury news. It's a big injury for the Royals. Catcher Salvi Perez is out all year with a torn UCL. He's getting
That's
Tommy.
confirmed.
Yeah, he's getting Tommy John. So out all year. I mean, the Royals are not very good. They're gonna lose 90 to 100 games probably.
More, yeah.
We'll see, but that's awful for that rotation. He is Yadier Molina of the American League.
Yeah.
He keeps his pitchers calm. He knows how to call a game. He's got a good arm, good defensive skills, and he's a pretty damn good hitter actually. So, bad for the Royals. Bad for Salvi Perez. I like him. He's one of those likable guys in baseball, always smiling. And but he'll be back next year strong, hopefully. What else we got here? Some veterans have come off the free agent market, so like a Carlos Gomez is signed with the Mets. Old Bud Norris from the Cardinals last year signed with the Blue Jays. And Clay Buchholz signed also with the Blue Jays. So that's 3 more veterans finally getting contracts.
Yeah.
Like you said last week, as spring training goes on, you'll see
More and more.
more and more of these veterans get signed for 1 year, $2 million deals, 1 year.
Minor league.
Yeah, minor league contracts, like a Matt Wieters. 2 more big free agents on the market still are Craig Holland, Craig Kimbrell, and Dallas Keuchel. Apparently, the Braves and the Nationals are interested in it, but they don't think they want to sign him for big monster contracts. But he's got no love yet, no traction really. So I think Kimbrell could be had for less than his asking price. I don't think he's going to sit out, and I don't think he wants to skip many more games because if he doesn't get that work in, what happened? Remember last year, Greg Holland was coming off a good year. Cardinals gave him that 1 year deal.
Yeah.
And he got
Destroyed.
destroyed. His mechanics were out of whack. He had no time to warm up. They rushed him back, and he himself wasn't prepared, and so it was disastrous for him. It's a disastrous situation, especially for a pitcher. Baseball, our batters and hitters are different just because, it takes them maybe 15, 20 at-bats to really get locked in, to really understand. But a pitcher, you have to get that work and you have to get that stamina and strength built up. So I think it could be a very bad situation for Kimbrell and Keuchel. I think they need to get signed soon. I don't think they should sit out. That's ridiculous. They're going to get paid millions of dollars. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure they'll be probably signed here in the next week or two just because we've seen all the other dominoes fall.
Yeah.
And then, what else? Okay, 2 more things. Angels have toyed with giving Trout an extension similar to Harper's, but it's 10 years, $350 million. I don't think he takes it. I think it's a bad idea for Trout. I think he can make more money in the free agent market.
Yeah, I think he leaves the Angels.
I think he leaves the Angels too because he's been there 8 years now. They've been to the playoffs 1 time and they got
Something
swept.
like that. Yeah, it's not good.
And he's getting wasted there, and no one really. And I think if he's on a team like the Cubs or the Dodgers or the Yankees or the
In
Red
the
Sox,
East Coast, yeah.
he's going to be even bigger than he is in the Angels. He's quiet, but I think he likes that kind of quiet, no notoriety kind of guy. He's kind of like that. He doesn't want to be all up in everyone's face. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Trout, you're a great baseball player. If you get signed somewhere else besides Los Angeles Angels, you're going to be freaking huge.
A lot bigger, yeah.
And I think he should go sign somewhere else because he's going to get more money. I'd go sign somewhere that.
No one watches West Coast, honestly. It's too late.
Too late. I don't want to be
9:30, 10.
2 o'clock
That's
in the
when
morning
games
watching.
start.
I'll still actually stay
I stay up.
Yeah, you're a Dodgers fan,
Yeah.
so I also
So
stay
I
up.
watch them, but
Nothing on TV at 12
9:30,
a.m.,
10,
dude.
man.
Yeah. But Trout, get out while you still can, man. That's all I'm saying. You got 2 years left, so. And then with all these extensions going on, I got one more little subject for you. What do you think happens with Goldschmidt? You think he's going to get extended this year? You think he's going to go into free agency? He'll be 32
I think you gotta
next
see what he does.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing with the Cardinals. I want to see how he performs, but I know right away they wanted to extend him.
Yeah.
And as a fan of the St. Louis Cardinals, I want to see him extend him right away
Yeah,
just
definitely.
because Paul Goldschmidt is
He's top MVP every year. So.
every year he's in that conversation, and he'll be 32, so he's not going to get that 10-year deal. He's probably not going to get a 7-year deal unless maybe he's going to the American League. He can get a 5-year deal, I think, a 5-year, $150 million deal.
Yeah.
Maybe Cardinals throw an extension on at the maybe middle of summer. That'd be something smart, something like that. 5-year, $30 million a year. 4 years, $30 million a year. Give him something where look, You got to get paid. You know what you're doing here. You're a great hitter. And I think as he ages, he'll still be a good hitter just because he's a pure hitter. He's not necessarily a power guy. He's just that good of a hitter that he's got such a good drive to the ball.
Yeah.
He drives the ball out of the ballpark. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to Goldschmidt this year because he's one of the top free agents coming out on next year for free agency. I got Luke and Chase
I'm just laughing.
giggling at each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree with you. Top name coming out of next year, so
That's just what I said, dude.
I'm agreeing. You ready for division?
I'm ready. We got the NL Central going today, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know.
fine.
didn't
What?
know- What? Are you not ready for this?
No,
Caleb was like, well, you guys didn't tell me this one.
I'm more than ready.
Yeah, you're excited. Are you going to have some input on this one?
No,
Yeah, why
that's
not?
not the goal here.
What is the goal?
The goal's for me to sit back and let you guys do the work.
Yeah.
Well, I got black lung over here, so I'm doing all the lifting. My mouth
that
is
is
getting,
right.
my
If you want
mouth is getting
input,
dry here.
I'll give you input
You can be in it, man.
Here's
I'm
my
gonna need
input.
you in it.
on your little Goldschmidt extension.
Oh, thank you. I like input.
Is the Cardinals have shown in the past season and a half, 2 seasons, that they like to jump on things right when they figure out they work.
True.
I don't really agree with that. So if they're going to wait to see if Paul Goldschmidt has a decline, I'm not opposed to that because we've already signed Mike Schill after we had a good 2 months, month and a half. How much was it?
It was like a month and a half, 2 months.
Because
Sure.
Matt Carpenter was on a Jesus wave
Yeah.
of hitting the ball. And then they signed Mikolas, which not a bad deal. And I'm blanking because I was not prepared to talk about this, but I'm not opposed to them waiting. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. So when they traded for Matt Holliday from the Athletics in 2009, they let him play out the season. They didn't try to extend him, and they kind of let him play in St. Louis, kind of get to know the town, get to understand how fierce the fan base loves their team. And the same thing with Mark McGwire when they traded for him in 97 from the Athletics. When players come to this town and play and are usually successful, they like it here because they will get love. And I don't see why Goldschmidt won't be successful.
No, I mean, he'll like it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of are we going to contend?
Gotcha.
Is my opinion.
You know, they won 88 games last year. Nothing. They didn't miss anything either. They added, so I think they're gonna win. We'll talk about it here in our next segment here.
Yeah.
Here, I got something on Twitter real quick. So, here's a tweet. Bottom of the 9th, or bottom of the 7th, your ace has pitched an excellent game and is holding strong, so he's pitching really well. You're down 1 in a playoff game with a guy on second with 2 outs, and the pitcher spot's coming up to bat. And the opposing team has a great closer, and your relief is bad. Would you rather be in the NL, or would you rather have the ALDH in that situation?
Oh, that's what you're going to hit me with?
Yes.
I'd say DH.
You like the DH there?
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
I think DH is beneficial to all parties.
I like the NL situation in that just because you got to think more. You got to really. That's what baseball's so. Well, that's why I like baseball. The strategy part of the game. It's so fun. It's so interesting and complex, and
Yeah.
that's my opinion on that one. That's it.
Just because you got to think more?
Ew.
I think if it was, that's because the manager will be even more involved.
I want to jump off this couch right now.
As a guy that's watched Mike Matheny manage baseball games for the past 2 years, I'm going to leave this out of the hands of the manager.
Well, that's why Mike Matheny can't be a manager. That's why.
I don't know. It's going to happen, I think, regardless.
I think so too.
Are we ready for the Central?
I guess so. If you are,
Jesus, Black Lung, are you going to make it?
I'm ready. If you are,
He's got news on news, man.
Bring in the writing.
He's got news on news.
tired of it, aren't you?
It's all good, man. I thought we were just hitting the Central.
No, I'm here to bring interesting stories
It's
for you
all
to think
good,
about
man.
here, Luke. All right.
I'm little the
Take
voice.
on the NL.
I'll give you a poop.
I got
take,
no
Luke.
voice.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going with the NL Central. Last year, the Brewers won it by a game. They had that extra play-in, not a play-in game, but it was a pretty much game 163 to determine the division winner. So the Brewers won that. I think they won like 97 games. Cubs won 96. Cardinals won 88.
That's what he said.
And I think it
Pretty
went.
sure.
I think it went
With Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. So, I'm thinking all those teams are probably going to be better next year. So, we're looking at the Brewers. They didn't do a whole bunch, but they signed Yasmani Grandal. So, they signed a great hitting catcher. He's Defense subpar. You remember that, don't you?
I think he's fine.
He's fine.
He was bad that last year.
He was
yeah,
bad in the
he was
playoffs.
fine the other years.
Yeah, but he's a good bat. He makes that ball club better. I mean, Yelich's probably going to have another great season. And Lorenzo Cain's probably going to have another great season. I think you will see regression with Jesus Aguilar and Travis Shaw. You got Mike Moustakas playing second base for you this year.
Yikes.
You know what? If he can just be competent enough to be Johnny Peralta out there, big guy, just getting to the balls that are hit to you and making the throws, I'll take it. His bat plays, dude. He's a good hitter.
His bat plays. Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Schuer for that one. Scumbag Schuer. But I think that their starting rotation, I don't know how they got better. I don't think they did. They're getting Jimmy Nelson back, who was good for him in 17, and he got hurt and missed all of last year. They still have a couple guys. I think Jules Shashin's on that team. They don't have any standouts in their rotation, and their bullpen's great with Hader, Jeffries, and Knebel. But I think you're going to see some regression on that team for sure.
Yelich has
I think so too.
right?
Yeah, I think you're going to see regression everywhere.
I mean,
I think he can.
is he going to contend for MVP this year?
I think he could.
For real?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to
I don't
finish
know. I
number
mean-
one, but I think he can contend to the. I don't know.
Like he'll be a top 5 MVP guy in the NL? I
I'll
don't
say-
know. It's just hard for me to.
Top 5 or 10.
Fair.
I'll say 10 because I'll give him some leeway there.
Well, that's a big decline if you're top 10 from winning it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but he's going to compete for it. So that's what. And they didn't really add anyone besides Grandal. They might have added a rotation guy here and a bullpen piece there. I'm not too knowledgeable about it. And then the Cubs last year were in second.
That's right.
The big move for the Cubs, they signed Daniel Descalso to be a utility guy and a clubhouse leader, and they signed Xavier Cedeno, a lefty guy out of the bullpen who was good last year.
You said big move, and then you said Daniel Descalso.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I chuckled.
He was that was their big move.
Yeah.
But if they get Yu Darvish healthy, if they got a whole year of Cole,
Isn't he back?
yeah, a whole year of Cole Hamels pitching well for him.
Yeah.
If John Lester can find some form, they got Takumi and Jose Quintana, and they got Kyle Hendricks, who 3 years ago, he was a top 3 Cy Young award in the contention
Yeah, they're
for
pretty
it.
much stacked.
So they have a really good rotation if those guys can stay healthy. The bullpen is suspect. Carl Edwards Jr. is there. Morrow.
Doesn't he drive a NASCAR?
I think that's just Carl Edwards.
Oh.
Chase, you know?
It's Carl Edwards Jr.
I'm not
He's
a
a
big
NASCAR.
I'm not a big NASCAR guy here, but
Yeah, it's Carl Edwards Jr. Hardee's.
He's on the team.
I knew that. Yeah, I was just ding and dong over here.
Yeah, I know.
And then Rizzo, Bryant is going to come back and have a full year. That guy is
I
awesome.
was gonna say he's got to bounce back.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a big year. Contreras is their catcher. Their outfield is still going to be Schwarber's playing. They got Hayward
What
and
about the other MVP candidate?
Baez?
yeah, Baez is still there. I think he's going to regress this year too.
What about Russell? Isn't he suspended?
I don't know how long, but he's coming back. He's got domestic abuse problems. Apparently, they really tried hard to get this kid mentally straight and understanding that this can't be the thing. I think he's shown remorse, but anyone can say they're sorry, but he's getting a second chance. He's a talented guy.
I guarantee. What's the manager?
Madden.
Yeah, he loves him probably.
Yeah, I mean he's a good player, but he's a young stupid
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
making
It's a stupid
mistakes.
mistake. Yep.
Hopefully he learned from it. Hopefully he donates millions and millions of dollars to domestic abuse charities.
Yeah.
That'll make things better for people. Not for everyone, but hopefully this guy learns. I think the Cubs are welcoming to bring him back, but I think they're going to be better than the Brewers this year.
Yeah, I agree.
They have a strong rotation and a really good offense. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about the Cubbies if I'm a Cubs fan. Third place last year was the St. Louis Cardinals.
Let's do that last.
We're going to do them last because Caleb wants to make it special.
It's just gonna be long.
So,
was
fourth
the Reds.
place was the Reds.
Yeah.
They were in fourth place last year?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well,
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It was Pittsburgh.
it was
I'm
Pittsburgh.
sorry, I had
And they
backwards.
didn't. I don't think they did anything really in the offseason that I can really remember.
I don't think so either.
They
Chris
grabbed
Archer.
They grabbed Chris Archer at the trade deadline.
Yeah, last year.
They grabbed Keela. He's a reliever from the Rangers. He took over the closer role. He's really good, actually.
Keela, right
Keela.
here.
Yeah.
I see him. Yeah.
Um,
Cone Keela.
I'm trying to think of the rotation. They have James and Talion still. They got some talented young guys there. Glass now went to the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's stuff that rotation. Let's stuff some starting pitchers for me, Luke.
I got no one, man. Clay Holmes.
No,
Exactly.
see, I don't know how many guys on the Pirates.
Exactly. They pretty much traded away what they had.
So I think they're going to be the bottom dollar team this year. They're going to
Yeah, I agree
win
with
70
that.
games. They're back to irrelevance in Pittsburgh. That sucks. They could never win anything. When they were really good, they always got stomped by the Cubs or the Cardinals or the Reds. So it's a bummer for them. They still got some really good outfielders. They got Starling Marte, Gregory Polanco, and Corey Dickerson.
Yep.
So that's some talent there. Their infield, I don't really know.
Josh Bell.
Josh Bell at first base. I think it's his third year. He's been pretty good so far as long as he keeps developing. He's a pretty damn good hitter for
Jung
him.
Ho Kang.
Oh, Jung Ho Gong coming
Yeah.
back from. He also domestic abuse problems, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And he was good for him when he played, but he's been out of baseball for a year. Francisco Cervelli's still on that team. They're a bottom-dwelling team. Not going to be
He
great.
is, yeah, the catcher.
You're going to have a couple of years of misery in Pittsburgh, but they're used to it. 20 straight losing seasons.
Yeah.
They're probably
Not
not.
making
They
playoffs.
they're watching the Penguins and the Flyers in there, and people are probably jumping to the Phillies bandwagon too because that's the sexier pick. I would rather watch that too. And Eagles, they're just getting eclipsed by every other sport in that city. Sorry, Pirates, you're irrelevant again. Maybe 6, 7, 8 years from now, get that prospect pool built up again, get good again. So
Yeah.
So the Reds are going to be in 5th place. They were in 5th place last year.
Seems like
Yeah.
they're trying to be good.
Trying to be good. We'll see.
Yeah.
They got Luke's favorite player, the Wild Horse.
The Wild Horse.
The Wild Horse is there. So I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna do wonders. I think he's gonna love it there. I think he's gonna really spark up that
I think
team.
he'll be good too, yeah.
I think he's gonna smash home run. I think he can hit 40 home runs in that ballpark.
Yeah, that ballpark's
A lot of
definitely.
people said with regular at bats, with him not being yanked in and out of the lineup every day, that he could be really productive.
I think I could see it, man. As long as he stays, cool, calm, and collected, and doesn't go flying into walls, I think he won't. He's never been the guy who runs straight into walls, but he's kind of heated, kind of hot-headed. But I think he's getting older, more mature, so I think he might be trying to
He's
take
got
out.
Kemp with him still, so.
Yeah, Matty
that might
Kemp's
help
there.
him.
I think Matt Kemp's a 4th outfielder on that team because maybe not. We'll see. But that infield is really, really good. Probably one of the best infields in baseball. You got Votto, old Scooter
Yep.
Gennett, who's been really good. Jose Peraza, who's also been good. Look up his
Yep.
numbers. And then Eugenio Suarez. I don't remember what we were calling him.
Sam. I remember.
Sam
That
Suarez.
yeah.
But he is. I think he's a dark horse MVP candidate.
Who?
Sam Suarez.
What?
Yeah, just watch him this year.
Like how dark is the horse?
It's a pretty damn dark horse.
like dark, like black horse in the pitch black.
Yeah, you can't even see it. Like
Okay. Joey Votto's on that team, right?
Joey Votto's on it. Of course he's on that team.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
And Tucker Barnhart's the catcher, Gold Glove catcher. He's
You said there was an MVP on the Reds and it wasn't Joey Votto.
Oh,
so
man.
I didn't know what happened.
they have a great infield. I'll just tell you that.
Dude, I trust you. Okay, I trust you. I'm just clarifying what you said.
I'm not saying it's a pretty damn dark horse. I'll tell you that. But
Didn't they pick up Sonny Gray?
they have Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
They have Alex Wood. They
Yep.
still have Luis Castillo.
Yep.
So those three, if they can all figure it out, that's not a terrible 3-year rotation.
Sonny Gray was horrible. last
Horrible, and
He
he's
was on
going
the
to
fantasy team
a
for
worse
while.
ballpark for him to pitch in.
He was bad.
So he might actually still not be successful. But they extended him, so we'll see what happens. And then they have the only guy coming out of that bullpen that I know is Raziel Iglesias, and he's been really good. He's been the
Matt Bowman.
Matt Bowman's on that team.
Yeah. Zach Duke.
They got a Zach Duke too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for the Reds to really get great pitching. They're gonna have to figure it out like the Rockies have. Get guys who throw sinker balls and keep the ball on the ground.
This stuff normally doesn't work, where you like grabbing just random pieces from all over the place and just trying to shove them together across any sport.
Like the Rays last year.
The Rays did fine.
Yeah.
They didn't do that though. That's how they work though. Remember, like the Marlins did that when they went to Miami. They did that. They just grabbed like.
Yeah, they just start signing guys. And I don't know.
It doesn't work out, but I don't think the Reds necessarily did that. They didn't spend a whole bunch of money, but they did friendly contracts, good for them, like stuff that's not gonna kill them in the long run. The Miami Marlins got killed on all
And
those
the
contracts.
trades too. Like,
I thought that who'd
Dodgers
they
trade.
get? The Dodgers for that.
I don't remember.
You don't even remember? I don't either. But
Probably minor league prospects.
I think it was. But I like Puig going there. I love it. I like if Kemp plays every day. I think it's good. And then they got a prospect named Nick Senzel. He's one of the top, I think, 25 baseball prospects. And apparently he's ready to roll. He's going to be really good for him. Hopefully. He's going to play the outfield because that infield is stacked. So the Reds, I think, I'll call it, they'll be like 80 and 82 or something like that. Just right around 500, hovering right around there.
Sam Suarez leading the charge.
Sam Suarez, dark horse candidate on a very, very black horse. Charging in.
We're at 31 minutes.
Well, we're on the last team, right?
Yes.
We'll see how long we take with this. Last team, St. Louis Cardinals, finished third last year. So they got a lot better with one guy.
Yeah.
They got Paul Goldschmidt, 5, 6, 7 WAR a year guy. So he is supposed to. I think a Cardinals fan thinks this guy is Jesus Christ reincarnated. He's the savior to save them from 3 years of no baseball.
My cousin
Playoffs.
actually asked me, he's like, when's the last time we've had a certified top 15 MLB player?
Yeah, his Albert Pujols was the last guy.
Albert Pujols. And,
So.
They missed his playoffs 3 straight seasons. So, went into a little bit of desperation mode.
And, I mean, they didn't really give up a whole bunch for.
They didn't give up
They
anything.
gave up Carson Kelly, who was the heir apparent, but, he's replaceable. Luke Weaver, they have another 6 guys waiting to pitch. They got Flaherty, who's going to be their number 2 guy. So that rotation looks good. It was one of their better pieces last year was Michaelis, Flaherty, Walker for half the year, Carlos Martinez for half the year. And they had a bunch of guys thrown in there. Gomber, Gant. Who else was in there? Ponce de Leon. So,
Yeah.
but this year they're going with Michaelis, Flaherty, Waka, Waino, and whoever gets that
Martinez?
5th spot. He's hurting.
Martinez probably. Is he going to start the season on the DL?
I don't know.
Is he going to start the season coming out of the pen? This
They,
is becoming a mess.
they might DL him just so he can go to the minors and get some strength in his arm worked up. Because that's the biggest problem. I think we talked about it last week. It's just he didn't do enough over the offseason to get himself really, really ready to pitch 200 innings. He wants to be that horse. He wants to be that guy who goes out there every 5th day and pitches 6, 7 innings.
Does he have it in him?
He's shown
It
it.
just seems like it's something.
2 years ago, he showed it.
Whether he's erratic,
He's
hurt.
He's erratic.
I like the
I
guy.
do too. He's got electric stuff.
I like his talent a lot.
His makeup, not so much. His mindset always isn't there. I think he's matured a lot more in the past couple of years. Honestly, I loved him out of the bullpen last year. I really did.
I don't think
And
that's not sustainable.
When he was coming up, he was, they used him out of the bullpen for the first 2 or 3 years, and I like that too. So, I mean, you are paying him a whole bunch of money. So I don't know if you want to use him out of the bullpen, but
Who's the ace?
Michaelis is the ace.
Is it?
I really think so. He had a top 5 season last year in NL pitchers, so I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Is Flaherty going to be as good as he was?
I'm worried
A
about
lot of walks with that guy.
I'm worried about his wearing down over the year. Like last year, he wore down at the end of the season. This is his 2nd full year in the majors is going to be, so we're going to see. Actually, I think last year was not even a full year because he got called up a couple different times. But this is going to be his first time he's slotted into the rotation. He's got a spot. He's there, so you hope he's going to be able to repeat last year. You take a 3.5 ERA, get him 175 innings. You'd like that out of him. Waka, you want Waka to have a big year because it's his final year.
Yeah.
Michael Waka wants to have a big year and show everyone he's healthy, that, he deserves $20 million a year. He's only 27, 28. So, I mean, if he has a big year, if he has one big year, if he's got a 3 ERA and pitches 185 innings, dude, he's getting paid. He's getting paid 5-year, $15 to $20 million a year deal. So, and he's your number 3 guy. And if he can figure it out like he had going last year, man, that's what a guy at your 3. He's probably your 2.
Guy.
He's probably your 2. Because he's probably better than Flaherty because he's been around longer. Your 4 right now is Adam Wainwright. That's a project. We don't know what's going to happen there.
I think we do. We're just in denial.
So are the whole Cardinals organization because I keep bringing them back. But
Yeah.
they're going to slot him in there. We'll see what happens. Chase, you want to make an over-under bet later? We will. Number 4 guy there, we don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. He's done okay in spring. He pitched today. He had
65 wins.
He pitched today. He had 3 innings, 1 run. But I don't know. He's he'll get moved to the rotation or out of the rotation if he's bad enough. So
We haven't talked about the guy that I think represents the ceiling for the entire team,
is it Reyes?
Alex Reyes.
Alex Reyes. He's competing for that 5th spot.
If he's great,
People are so excited. Obviously,
You
you're
have
one
to
of them.
be.
You're so
you
excited.
have to be.
His dude's been hurt for 2 years. He made his major league appearance in what 16?
I'm not saying
Was
I'm
lights
confident,
out. Oh, okay, at least you're not confident in it.
but
Yeah, he's exciting.
if he's good,
Good.
certified ace. That's this guy's ceiling.
Yeah, you're right. He's like Carlos Martinez, but
Like
better.
competing for the Cy Young.
Not this year, maybe.
No,
but
not this year.
2
I'm saying
years from
his
now.
ceiling.
I think he could be a rookie of the year candidate if he gets in the rotation and starts every 5th day.
That's the prospect we've been waiting on the last
This is
how many years?
4 or 5
4?
years, man. This is the guy. The Cardinals fans have been waiting for, I think, for a long time.
I had to watch his start last year on Facebook Live.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
That's the most effort I've ever taken to watch a baseball game. I opened my laptop and went to the Cardinals Facebook page.
Are they doing that again this year? Are there Facebook
I
Live
hope
games?
not. That was horrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
There's probably will though, because there's 900 baseball games. But I
There's
don't
more
know.
than that.
If he, I don't know, if he can get into the rotation and be solid for the whole year,
It's exciting.
just solid. But if he can be good, that's crazy, man. I don't know. That's my opinion.
I think how he does might be how the Cardinals do this year.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
the
you're saying.
ceiling, Yeah.
But honestly, if he doesn't slot in and do great, I think they'll still be fine. Because
Yeah,
like we've
I do
said,
too.
they have so much depth when it comes to starting pitching. You'll see a lot of the guys competing for a starting job probably move to the rotation. Like Gant, I think Gomber will start the year in the minors, but like Ponce de Leon will probably start in the bullpen.
These guys are going to be very familiar with the major league.
Yes, they will. And the bullpen, you got John Brebbia with a clean-shaven face. He's been pretty good for him the past 2 years.
I like Brebbia.
Big free agent signing was Andrew Miller. So
Had a rough outing.
rough outing, but can't worry too much about that just yet.
Yeah.
Hudson.
Yeah, we forgot about Dakota Hudson too, because apparently he's fighting for that rotation spot too.
That'd be crazy. I hope he's good.
I think he's one of those guys, kind of similar to Alex Reyes. Probably, he might be just as highly touted, to be honest. He's here, he's ready,
Exciting.
and I think they'll put him in the bullpen also if he doesn't make the
You
rotation.
think?
He was good last year out of it. Mike Schilt loved him, and I think he's ready for major league competition. So I think their pitching is going to be solid. I think last year was a big kind of just on and off again with that offense, but this year they have that horse that they're going to have in the middle, and with Goldschmidt.
The middle.
I don't know.
Being second?
Yeah, I don't know where he's going to bat. I've heard second. I'd love to see him hit third.
I would love to see him hit third.
I love watching my best
Why would
hitters.
Paul Goldschmidt not hit third?
I don't because you get more at bats at the 2-hole.
I guess
The
so.
new-
I guess
the
you're
new
right.
advanced
Analytics,
MLB, yeah.
They're all smarter than me.
Put your
I know.
friggin' best hitter in the 2-hole. I don't like that. You know what I remember? I remember watching Albert Pujols lunge through and home runs to start off a game in the 3-hole, and that's what I like to see. So
Yeah.
that's why I like my best hitter in the 3-hole. So I mean,
Well, we haven't even talked about the positions yet.
no, you're right. So you got him at first, Goldschmidt. You got your big old Matt Carpenter over there at third base. We'll see what he does. Head case.
Old Carp.
Still a head case. Always going to be a head case in my book
How old
because
is he?
33.
33. That dude can't hit anywhere in a lineup besides leadoff. What's wrong with him? I have no
Goldschmidt's 31.
effing idea.
Here's my thing. Don't poke the bear, man.
Leave it alone. You're right.
Just hit him lead off.
You're right.
Let the guy be happy. Let Carp.
And let Carp.
It plays.
He's going to be playing third base, and his arm looks better than last year's. He doesn't look like his noodle arm. Doesn't look like the Peyton Manning noodle arm of when they made that Super Bowl run. I don't know if it'll be any better throughout the season, but he's playing third. Good luck.
Come on.
Cole Wong at second.
All young.
I like Cole Wong at second. I mean, his defense is what he's in there for,
A
but
little sour on him, to be honest.
I think Mike Matheny soured a lot of people on him because the dude didn't get constant playing time.
He talks a lot, and I don't know.
He doesn't get to play. He doesn't.
pick it up a ton.
He doesn't get the opportunity. This is going to be his first full year when he's Colton. You're second base. We're not moving you.
What?
If you hit
What?
150,
He sucks.
I think he's going to play. Mike Schilt's going to believe him.
Is he about eighth?
Yeah. And I think he's a 250 hitter.
What do you want out of that?
He's a 250 hitter. That's major league average. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And his defense is Gold Glove caliber. You have DeYoung at short, which I think last year for DeYoung was a wasted year. He broke his hand. a crazy
Yeah.
bad injury for a baseball player.
Yeah.
So I think his mechanics were out of whack. He's a good guy with the glove up the middle. They're up the middle is great for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Good
be
glove, yeah.
they're gonna be solid. And DeYoung, can pop 20 to 30 home runs, and if he figures out how to
Hopefully.
not strike out so much and find out plate recognition, that dude could be a pretty good player, a pretty good offensive piece.
Yeah.
I hope he's not hitting the 3-hole, but we'll see. Yachty's catching. That's a thing. Hopefully for another 5 years, but I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. How old is he?
What is he? 36. Yeah,
5 years?
he'll be
Yeah,
37.
36.
5 years?
37 this
He's gonna
year.
be great.
That's all right, dude. People will still love him.
Oh, we'll still love him, all right.
Yeah.
But I don't want this to turn into a Wainwright situation.
It will though.
Where he's
Actually,
just on a
He's
walker.
37.
He's 37.
Wainwright.
Wainwright's 37, so people love Wainwright in baseball, dude.
What's not to love?
Yeah, you're right. A good competitor. He just might not have it. He might not have it anymore.
You can love him, doesn't mean he's good.
And then filling out the outfield, you got Marcelo Zuna, Harrison
Chase
Bader.
loves freaking Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, you know what Bartolo's got? An ERA under 5.
I shouldn't have done that. I
True.
immediately regret it.
Bartolo's still prominent.
Yeah.
Still doing good.
He's unsigned too. We'll see if someone gives him a contract.
What did you say, Nick?
The outfield.
Ozuna, Bader, and a mix of Fowler, Jose Martinez, and Tyler O'Neill out there.
Yeah. I like that.
You know what? If
Fowler.
something doesn't work in right field, you just plug in something else.
Yeah.
Fowler, man.
But I think
What's happening?
left and center field are good.
Is
Yeah,
Fowler on the team in 3 months?
yeah, he's on the team
Yeah.
all
He
year.
comes back.
I think he's gonna have a better year than
Come back this year.
Yeah, I think he will. He had
Hope
just
so.
terrible luck last year, and then Mike Matheny lost faith in him.
Terrible luck with what?
I mean, he could not hit lefties to save his life, so he's going to get platooned with Tyler O'Neill and Jose Martinez this year. When righties are playing, he's going to get bats. He's not a 200 hitter. That's not his career. He's going to be like a 260 guy against righties. He's a better hitter from the left side, and I think he didn't have the manager's confidence last year. Mike Matheny was a bad manager. He was bad with communicating with his players, and Fowler definitely was one of the recipients of that bad communication, and I guess a victim of playing for Mike Matheny. And I think the Cardinals are going to try their hardest to make sure that he's comfortable, he's happy, and he gets to play enough where he can really kind of find a rhythm. Because I think Fowler's good for the team. I think he's good for the clubhouse. I think he's a good leader.
I think he's definitely good for the clubhouse.
And I think he's an above-average player, a hitter at least. I think he really is.
Let's hope.
So as long as he can figure it out. I mean, if he starts the season off like he did last year, he's not going to get playing time.
Well, the ideal situation is you throw him in right field and you never take him out.
Never.
That's the ideal
He hits
situation.
lefties, righties. He hits 270.
Yeah.
Hits you 15 home runs. Plays
Steal some bags.
Yeah, hits good he plays good enough defense for you,
That's
and you don't have to worry about him. He's that 5-year, $80 million guy you signed.
that's best case.
That's what you're hoping for. But honestly, I don't mind if he does bad. I want to see Jose Martinez play,
That's the thing.
and I want to see Tyler O'Neill play, dude. That dude's mashing in
I
spring
agree
training.
Yeah.
with Tyler O'Neill. How does Jose
He's
Martinez
huge.
fit into this team? Paul Goldschmidt took a spot.
Platoon guy, off day guy,
He can't play the outfield.
professional. That's where he's playing.
He
He
can't,
He
though.
can't play first base. He can play the outfield just as well as Lance Berkman in 2011. That's fine.
And they were already talking about trading him, and he actually signed an extension.
Yeah.
Did we say that?
Yeah, last week we did, or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they paid him because they like him so much. I think
He's not going to get traded, though?
maybe in the middle of the
Because
season.
they've even got minor league outfielders that...
Yeah, they do.
that
They
are
got
gonna get some
plenty of
time.
minor leaguers that they can bring up.
I don't know.
I think they can trade him at mid-season or at the end of next season because he's got.
I think they're looking now.
Yeah, you might be right. I think they want to, but he's a
It
good.
just seems like he's slipping out.
He doesn't have a spot.
Yeah.
He's on the team. Dude. I guarantee. He
I
doesn't.
know he is.
Doesn't have anywhere to go besides free agency or the waiver wire.
Yep.
If he gets sent down and someone's going to scoop him up, so they're not letting him go. I like him. I think he's also really good for
I
the clubhouse.
actually do like him.
He's
He
very
can
fun.
hit.
He's
He
a
can
great
hit.
hitter.
The dude can hit.
That's why I was surprised he wasn't traded to an
He'll
NL
hit
team.
290 with all singles.
Singles and a
That's
couple of
fine.
those. He can hit home run. He had a great year last year.
He did. He was good.
He was a great hitter, but yeah, he does not have a spot on the field to play. You're right. He's that
DH.
He's that kid in Little League you just stick in right field because he can't do anything else.
Chase?
You wanna go see who can hit that? Get out of the cages.
But and then Tyler O'Neill will be. I think he's pretty much guaranteed a spot too on that team. So you're gonna be carrying.
I think he's absolutely. I think his spot's safer than.
I think I think
Jose's.
they're going to let Ozuna walk next year, and left field is Tyler O'Neill's to lose in 2020.
Well, then what do you do with Wright?
Keep Fowler's there.
I think Wright's this year's experiment
Kind of. To see who really is going to be.
to see if they want to bring Ozuna back or not.
I
Because
don't
if
think they're
Wright
gonna-
just completely sucks.
If who?
If the right field.
Oh, right field
position,
sucks?
If it just sucks, like you have to bring Ozuna back. Don't you?
Who?
He said the right way. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. It's going to be. He's one of the top premier free agents also this year.
He's a big man. There's a lot.
He's a what if. He's coming off that shoulder.
Is he healthy? I think he can swing the bat. Can he
Yeah.
play the field?
I think he's gonna be better than last year with throwing his noodle arm.
He doesn't even. He's like sidearm. Like you could
That's
tell
'cause it was hurt, yeah.
His shit was hurt.
I think he's gonna be better than last year.
Look, give me something.
Luke,
You're
you're
just
letting us hang
talking,
out to
man.
dry, bro.
I got no voice.
You're
man.
the co-host. You're the co-host here.
I'm dying. Chase says I got black lung.
Oh man.
I'm just ready for when we do our. What are we going with?
All right, what are you going with, Luke?
You ready?
We're ready.
You're finally ready.
I hope so. We can keep going if you like.
I'm gonna
though.
pull one here, right field. All right. I'm going with Cardinals, Cubs, Brewers, Reds, Pirates.
I'm following his same thing.
Cardinals, Cubs, Brewers, Reds.
That was mine. That was
I think it's literally a mashup for the first
Three.
out of the Brewers, Cubs, and
so,
Cardinals.
and any of those guys can win. So I don't. They're gonna finish 1, 2,
I wouldn't be
3.
surprised if Reds finished third either.
I could see it. I think who would be the team that falls out?
I don't know.
I think the
but
Brewers or the Cardinals would be the team. I don't doubt the Cubs. I really don't. I think the Cubs will be fine. I think they'll make the playoffs with 90 to 95 wins because they still have that World Series team. Yeah, too much talent not to succeed. I also think the Brewers can regress a whole bunch from last year.
Yeah.
I don't think the Reds are going to make the run at the third spot, but I think it's they're capable. It's a possibility if everything happens correctly for them.
How many
Yeah.
playoff teams come out of this division?
2 with
Yeah.
maybe I'm probably just saying 2 because the East is really good too.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think that East.
and 2 is probably it's probably just going to be 1, but I'll say 2 for right now because that East is so good and the West is still really good too. So what's your breakdown? What's your
I don't know.
So-
I didn't do my homework. I didn't know I was going to be pulled in.
the top 3 teams is all it's just kind of like putting them in a cup and shaking it and see what comes out
I'm just
first.
not confident in the Cardinals. I'm just not. The last 3 years have torn me down to pieces.
What Mike?
I think Mike Matheny has ruined my fandom.
Your confidence in the Cardinals for sure. I agree with you, man.
Because, like, I don't know. And everyone here is so optimistic about everything.
All the
and
time, every
I just
year.
have to play devil's advocate
In
100%.
every year since they haven't made the playoffs in 3 years, but the beginning of every year, the Cardinals will win 95 games this year.
Yeah, you got to be confident, man.
But I think
Mike Matheny, he's going to put it together. It's like, that guy doesn't know what the hell's going on.
they got Matheny out of there.
He does.
They got
He did.
they
He did.
have an actual manager there this time. I know that. I think he knows what he's
We'll
doing.
see.
Manager. I think he's better than Mike Matheny.
Not tough.
You're right, but it's anything better is better, right?
2 months, man. He's a great manager.
Yeah.
I didn't say great.
Optimistic.
I just said he's a capable enough manager.
I am fully confident in your opinion. I wasn't saying that. I'm saying other people's opinions.
And
The
then
St. Louis Cardinal fan.
they got better. They didn't lose anyone from last year. Bud Norris, who cares? But they got better with Goldschmidt.
I like the young pitching talent. Some of the uncertainty is good.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to figure out who's going where.
Right field uncertainty is a big one. for the
Best case
Cardinals.
scenario, well, and I think there's a lot of roles that are unfilled. Like the rotation could look completely different
Sure.
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And so could the bullpen.
Yeah,
I'm not discouraged, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
gotcha.
What's his problem?
I don't know what's wrong with you,
Nothing, man.
Chase. You just need to pull up a chair next time because you guys cannot be allowed in the same room, giving you
Yeah.
googling eyes at each other.
He's just sleeping.
You guys are just Luke. You're gonna have to talk more next time, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, get my phone going.
All right, I think that's it. You guys got any final thoughts?
Yeah. Screw sickness.
Screw sickness. I got one for you people. Get caught up on Get up on Game of Thrones, dude. Season 8 starts April 14th,
Your takes today sucked ass, but except for this one.
so you better get on it. Get on HBO. Start being a freaking couch potato. Watch 70 episodes. You have 6 weeks. Get on it.
70 episodes?
70
6
episodes.
weeks?
Just get on
Are
it.
you on
Easy.
crack?
You watch one and
I'd probably be high as hell off
I don't have time
marijuana
to
if I
get
sat
an
down on the
hour.
couch for that long.
Isn't it an hour?
Hour apiece, so
Insane.
70.
Insanity.
That's just 70 hours. That's
That
straight,
is
Easy
a
money.
lot
3
of
days.
TV.
3 days straight binging. You're good.
You get in there, you won't even want to leave your couch.
I've tried it twice. And
The first season is very
I
off-putting to
lost
people.
friends because of it.
The first season's very off-putting. I will say that. All right, what's your final thought?
Oh, I gotta have one too?
No.
Nick, I didn't know.
You don't have to.
Hold on.
Gotta have
He's
one.
got one. I actually have a final list page.
If
If you're gonna use it
Or final
on
thought page.
NBA, don't.
I've got
That's
plenty.
right.
I've got plenty. Oh, I'll just use this one. I was gonna forget this one, but Chase sent us multiple videos to our group chat this week.
Oh, was it the
him
dancing?
around in his
It
underwear.
was.
You always do it on the pods that I can't defend myself.
You're right,
Don't
because
worry,
it's
we'll get into
absolutely
the NBA with
ridiculous,
this. Keep
and it
going.
is not defenseless or defensible. You're sending. Just put some pants on. That's all I ask. Then we'll take the videos. Why don't you have pants on?
I'm gonna wait till the NBA to talk about it.
Why don't you have pants on?
Spread the word.
Spread it.
Spread.